What's up, everybody? We're S.A.D After Dark out of Brooklyn, New York. Your new favorite band. I'm Dan Berg.
I'm Sifa Graffiti.
Check out our music wherever you listen to music. And check out us reacting to The Lights of Cheyenne. I'm thinking Cheyenne, Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin, Wyoming. It starts with a W. My bad. Cheyenne, Wyoming. By James McMurtry. This was selected by our patron, Paul Yoes. If you don't know, all of our reactions are chosen by our patrons on Patreon. So go over there, check it out, and tell us what to react to. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up if you like the video.
Look off down the highway at the glittering lights, like windshield glass on the shoulder at night. As the diesels come grinding on up from the plains, all bunched up like pearls on a string. And I guess time don't mean nothing, not nothing at all. And out on the horizon, the broken stars fall. Oh, broken stars, they fall down on the land and get mixed in together with the lights of Cheyenne. Well, I've been up all night and I'm down in my back, working the counter to take up the slack. 'Cause the money tree's light and the whiskey stream's low. You ain't worked a week since July. You say the gravel pit's hiring after the first, but you don't have the nature for that kind of work. You might get higher on, but you won't make a hand. And I'll still be here looking at the lights of Cheyenne. You stand in the sky with your feet on the ground, never suspecting a thing. But if the sky were to move, you might never be found, never be heard from again. We go on good behavior when our youngest comes home. She comes up from Boulder, but she never stays long. And that oldest still fights me like she was 18. Stopped in for a six-pack a while ago, and she's got a cowboy problem, and this last one's a sight. All dressed up like Gunsmoke for Saturday night. And they were off to the bars for lack of a plan, racing the stars to the lights of Cheyenne. And you've kept all that meanness inside you so long. You'd fight with a fence post if it looked at you wrong. Well, a post won't hit back and it won't call the law. I look at you right, or I don't look at all. Now take a crumpled up soft pack and give it a shake. out by the dumpster on a cigarette break, with one eye swole up from the back of your hand, and the other eye fixed on the lights of Cheyenne. You stand in the sky with your feet on the ground, never suspecting a thing. But if the sky were to move, you might never be found, never be heard from again. Now there's antelope grazing in range of my gun, but come opening weekend, you won't see a one. They'll vanish like ghosts, 'cause somehow they know. But now they're up to the fence in the early dawn, and it's warming up nicely for this time of year. The creeks are still frozen, but the roads are all clear. And I don't have it in me to make one more stand, though I never much cared for the lights of Cheyenne. All right, thank you. We're gonna take a short break. Don't anybody go away.
Don't go nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what I was expecting from him.
Pretty mellow.
Pretty mellow. This guy's clearly a road warrior. He spends a lot of time on the road in the middle of the country. And you can really feel that. You know, folk song. Honestly, it's not really super my thing.
No.
I mean, I appreciate it. And he is a very good songwriter, but I was waiting for more instruments to come in the whole time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
or to like pick up or even go slower, change like something.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Well, yeah, when it goes straight like that, it's like hard for me to like kind of not stop paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes I was in, sometimes I was out. I wish I was able to listen to like every single word, but I know the crowd was with him, and that's a good thing because so it's like he's obviously got like a following, and that's cool. And yeah, like he's one of these acts that I'm talking about where it's like, okay, well, I've never heard his name, but so it means he doesn't exist. No, but obviously a lot of people have, and he can constantly get on stage and get paid like pretty much for the rest of his life. You know, so I love that about certain types of artists. You know,
he has his fan base for sure, and like the songs that he writes, it sounds like that. He sounds like a guy that's on the road. He's making some money. He's not rich and famous, but he's he's grinding out a life for himself. And again, I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate folk music, and I guess this is what a folk blues folk kind of.
Yeah.
But what is it? It was like it's like an acoustic guitar. I think there was a mandolin in there, maybe. Kind of sounded like a mandolin. But yeah, and I really like his storytelling and his words. Like I feel like I would rather read a book by this guy.
Yeah.
Than just like listen to an album.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mean that as an insult.
No.
I mean like he's really good with words.
Yeah.
I feel like being there live, I would be way more into it.
I was going to say that when the words are so intense like this, I would rather be right in front of the artist as opposed to like just listening to you.
Yeah, and even with things like that, it's also like what's like the look on his face, like what's the look in his eyes, like you know what I mean. Versus, I feel like I don't really get the full experience by just hearing the recording.
So send us a James live.
Yeah, send us a concert ticket. But yeah, no, overall, like, it's a cool song. It's good to hear it. It's definitely a switch up from a lot of things that we have on the channel. So shout out to Paul for suggesting this. Shout out to everybody on Patreon for helping to make these videos possible. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. We're S.A.D After Dark. We'll see you soon.